important when you guys shoot your single, you emphasize keeping your head up. Okay? The worst thing you can do is end up with both hands locked and your head down. Okay, it's easy to defend this position. Alright? So we're going to work just driving up from here. So you guys shoot the shot. You're going to wrap either right below the knee or on the knee. Okay? Right there. And I'm not gonna necessarily look to get to a lock immediately. Okay? I want to drive up to the lock. I want this hand free in case Ryan does shove my head down and start to roll. I can post. Right? I can post, I can circle, and I can come back up. Okay? So the difference between the finish I did my whole life until I learned this and the one that I'm going to show you guys is when you're taught to drive up, okay, most people will drive up and they'll keep their hips square to the mat, right? You end up in this position here. You can run the pipe, okay, and you're taught to hit the Barsley guard here, things like that, all right? But it also puts me in a little bit of a bad position, okay? If I drive up with my hips square to the mat, okay, I'm a little bit bent over. It's tough to stay here and be real effective in creating pressure. So what I started doing is, as soon as I get in on a single leg, sort of similar to the way I collar tie, I'm going to turn my near hip in, okay, and I'm going to create pressure with my shoulder. So right away, boom, I'm creating pressure here, okay. So near hip in, kind of turning my hips out. That creates a lot of weight there. Ryan will tell you that's different than if I just drive up here with my hips squared. Okay? Turn in there. Now, I can drive up, and I'm going to keep that position the whole time. Okay? I keep my shoulder turned in, this knee turned in, kind of creating a shelf with my leg here. See that? So I shoot, and as I start to drive up, I'm turning this hip in. Creating pressure here. Okay? Once I get up here, knees in. You guys see how I can move his hip there? Versus this position? A lot different, right? Ryan will tell you there's no pressure. Okay? Here, just turning my knee in, creating shoulder pressure. Okay? That also allows me to keep my head up. You see where my head is? It's up and it's into him. Okay? From here, I can move. And I can come back and run the pie. Okay, I can head bump, pick the foot up. Okay, I'm creating a lot of pressure on his hip, taking away his ability to get his foot to the floor and get my head down. Okay, so I want you guys to go out, get in on the leg, just work on feeling this pressure. Okay, so I'm just turning my hip down. Driving into him, getting shoulder position on his leg. Okay? And then I'm driving up until I get to my feet. I'll lock, and then I'm creating that shelf right here. And you can work on moving him a little bit. Okay? Push him around. But I'm in. Rather than being here, I'm here. And I'm moving him this way. Using my head, I'm using that shoulder pressure. Okay? Make sense? So we'll try it. 1, 2, 3.